Okay, part B, we're going to be writing a method called set available usernames. And what this method does is it takes as a parameter an array of usenames. For example, heart A, heart M, heart Y. And it's going to check our possible names to see if any of those exist. If they exist, remove them from the possible names. The idea is like you're picking a username. If the username that you pick already exists, you can't pick it. So there are a few parts to this problem, but you want to attack it one part at a time. The first thing that's worth noting before we get started is we don't know of a way to search a list with a string as a parameter to find whether it exists. If you look at your documentation on the array list, there is no method that takes a parameter of an object and returns its position in the list. You do have a get here, but it takes an integer as a parameter. So if we go back, here's our header, and we want to go through first. First thing we need to do is we need to iterate through our our array of used names. So let's do that. For int I is assigned 0, I is less than used names dot length. Remember, no parentheses in an array because it's an object, but you just simply access the length. I plus plus. Okay, so now we want to find if used names subscript I exists in our list. So how do we do that? Well, we need to iterate through our list. Our list is called for int k is assigned. Our list is called possible names. And since we're removing items from a list, let's start at the back and go to the front. That way, if it exists twice, we can handle that. I don't think in the question you actually need to handle this situation, but let's just handle it anyway. Possible names dot size minus 1. That's the first element you can touch. You can't touch the dot size, remember. K is greater than equal to 0, and k minus minus. Okay, that's how we iterate backwards, as you recall. And now we need to check if possible names dot get I, and we have to figure out if this is equal to. So since this is a string, dot equals use names. Then we need to remove it. Okay, and I'll leave the rest to you here.